And here comes the goat here in practice at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. Riley S.p.A coming in very hard behind him. He goes a bit wide there through the turn. The goat's trying to get up in front of it. Oh, he's turned into him! The goat's turned into Riley S.p.A, and that's, oh dear, that's lost him a bit of time. Not much damage to the car. The other three behind them don't look to have gotten any problems. But, that was some, I don't know, whose fault is that, you think? Let's ask Spanish commentary.
Bueno, por ahí la cabra está en uno al lado de otro en la práctica. Ahora está tratando de llegar al frente. ¡Oh! ¡Ha hecho girar la cabra! ¡Qué tonto es! Espera, le usa una pieza de mierda, hija de perra. ¡Qué cabrón, pajero!
What's up, peeps? It's Hanafuda. My sister is a lazy bum and is sleeping in because she only has school at UNLV on Mondays and Wednesdays, and I had a day off today. And she's complaining that I'm being a bit too loud. Ungrateful. I mean, I'm staring right at this receipt where I paid $28.07 for lunch at IKEA. When was this? I forget. What day was it? The 4th of February. Okay. Cool. We're here at Mid-Ohio Sports Car Course. It's quite interesting. My sister will be my oldest sister, not the one who's sleeping right now. She's slightly older, but then there's my oldest sister, who's going to OSU, which is great. Great. After 4 years at UNLV, she's gonna do optometry. She's gonna be like an optometrist, one of those things. She's gonna study that at Ohio. But enough about my personal life. We got the goat on pole. We got Steve Morgan starting alongside. We got Fur Carlin, Chase McDowell, Jackson Carter Jr., Julia Dyer, Brendan Reed, Klein Bender, Sakata Honda, Eric Monica, Bob and Flo, but Riley S.p.A. You can't really see the cars. There we go. John Speed, Derek Camelai, Hidaka, Matthew Flanagan, Adam McDowell, David Weissmuller, Alfred Foster Jones, Harrison McGallis, Bob Smith, Brian Barker, R.J. Sherry, Clive Winters, Mami Fatami and Ami Fatami starting next to each other. Quite interesting. Edward Thompson and Isaac Carter, Rupert Weissmuller and Patrick Smith. Did I say Rupert? Oh well. Kyle Mess and Ryan Herman. We got Roy Fairman, Alexander Cornish. Right? We got Tony Brown, Zach Mills, Evan Rudd, Chase Cooper, and rounding out the field, Constantine von Bartleben and James Saunders. How many times has James Saunders started at the back of the field? It's quite comical. 8 laps around this sports car course in Mid-Ohio. Interesting stuff, very interesting. That's the green flag out, we're underway, and that's a fantastic start from Chase McDowell there. He's going to have the inside line. The goat's having a really torrid start, losing positions left, right, and center. Steve Morgan getting a better run out of the turn than Chase McDowell. Here comes Sir Carlin as well, trying to get by Chase McDowell. That's Jackson Carter Jr. and the goat running side by side, heading up towards turn 1. The goat files in behind Jackson Carter Jr. Sir Carlin and Chase McDowell still side by side. Carlin has the inside line. Steve Morgan in front of her on the inside line. He's taking the lead there. Here comes the rest of the pack flying through turn. It's not even turn 1. It's turn 2. I need to get my straight. Goat in front of both McDowell and Carlin. Here he goes on the inside. Can he make? Oh, bit of contact. That's Jackson. That's not Jackson. That's Chase McDowell, giving him a bit of a nudge on the rear end as he headed into the turn, slowing down and stuff. Go to the inside once more, trying to get by Steve Morgan. He's right behind him. He's not going to make the move right now, obviously. He's got a pretty good chance, but he's also under pressure from a firm. You know, I'd be a good actor. I'm telling you right now, I'd be a good actor. If you want me to fudge my lines all the time, make for some great blooper reels, eh? I'm your man. Bro. Steve Morgan on to lead lap 1 of 8. I was about to say 2. That's funny. He's about to start lap 2. Lap 2 is the one we're about to start there. Good stuff. Good stuff from Steve Morgan. Yep. That's good. That's great. Goat's got a lot of space between himself, Fur Carlin, and Steve Morgan. Quite a gap. He's definitely going to be wanting to close that one. The Goat's, yeah, he is closing it, but so is Fur Carlin, actually. Chase McDowell, Jackson Carter Jr. following closely, 4th and 5th. Klein Bentner is 6th, Jolie Dyer 7th, Socket Honda 8th, Brendan Reed 9th, and Bob and Flo are running 10th. Here comes the Goat. Oh, they're side by side, heading towards this turn, whatever. The Goat has the inside line. Overtakes of the week, and we missed it, as we usually do. Ooh, back end, that's the Goat doing his Ryosuke Takahashi impression. And that's the Goat doing his, what's Nakazato's first name? Whatever. Nakazato impression. I mean, there are 2 Takahashis, so saying Ryosuke is fine, but there's only one Nakazato we know of. Seriously, what does he think he is? What does he think he is? He's a goat, but where does he think he is? Mount Akina, because the only mountain I know of is Akina, obviously. What's Miyogi? What's Akagi? Irohazaka, Hapagahara. Hapagahara's one, right? That's all right. And hold on, which one is which? Irohazaki is the one with all those hairpins. It's like, oh, bit of contact. The Goat getting nudged by Steve Morgan into the turn. Dirty stuff from Steve Morgan. Typical of people who have to deal with the Goats, but actually the AI does this all the time. And whatever turn this is, Steve Morgan trying to pull by the Goat on the outside line. He's getting some help from Fur Carlin. Goat still has the inside line, but who's going to make it to the turn first? I don't know. They're still looking side by side. Bit of a lockup from the Goats. Going a bit deep into the turn there. Oh, he's been nudged off, and Steve Morgan nearly got taken out there. He's lost a bit of time there. Contact with the Goat and Chase McDowell as the Goat re-entered the track there. Now Steve Morgan and Fur Carlin side by side. The Goat catching up in front of... He's in front of Chase McDowell, and he's trying to catch up to Fur Carlin and Steve Morgan, of course. Chase McDowell keeping on the pressure. Jackson Carter Jr. doing much of the same. Fur Carlin has the inside line for these next few turns, but Steve Morgan is doing a great job of holding first place from the outside line. He's going to file in front heading into this final set of turns. Fur Carlin behind, and the Goat ready to, I don't know. What does it matter? Surprised my sister isn't yelling at me again. I'm sure she hears me now. Steve Morgan leading every lap of this race so far, unless I totally missed when the Goat led, which is very likely. Maybe it was lap 2. Probably lap 2. So, Steve Morgan, Fur Carlin, and the Goats. Yeah, your top 10 hasn't changed at all. At all, actually. Oh dear, bit of contact to Goat and Chase McDowell again. Artificial stupidity. Bit of late braking into that turn. Turn 2, I think is what it is? Yeah, turn 2. Who's at the back of the field? Chase Cooper. Where's Kyle Mess? Well, I spoiled it for you. Kyle Mess retired. He pulled a... Corbett Williams? Was it? Was it Corbett Williams? I think Corbett Williams retired before completing a lap at the Japanese Grand Prix a few days ago. But yeah, we're seeing some really exciting stuff here up at the front of the field. Steve Morgan really pulling away from Fur Carlin, not giving her any space at all, and just pushing his car to the limit. The Goat's sure been doing that, but as a result, his right side is a bit bent up, his rear end's a bit screwed as well, and his tires are pretty worn. We're not even halfway through this race. We're just about to be halfway through this race. The GOAT needs to do a better job of conserving his tires. He's not the type to conserve his tires at all. That should have been clear. Actually, there he is, right behind Fur Carlin, putting some pressure on him. We're going to go on board. You just hear the tires squealing, and they struggle to get back up to speed. He is really mashing the accelerator too, which definitely isn't helping. If he was a bit smoother on the controls. And he's taking driver's ed too. You'd think he'd know, but that's him past Steve Morgan. You see the car just oh, that's the GOAT losing a bit of and he's on the grass. And he's headed to the inside. Steve Morgan trying to get by him. He should let him by. And pit. The GOAT needs to pit soon. That's him locking up some more, heading towards the turn. That's another telltale sign that his tires are absolutely worn. That's yet another sign they're struggling to keep the car under control. He's lost the lead to Steve Morgan once again. Trying to slingshot past him. Can he do it? You see the car backing out again. He really needs to change his tires. And if he doesn't do it, then he must be smoking something really strong. That same joke I say to everybody. Must have been saying something stupid. He's let Fur Carlin past him as well. Let's see how Ferris drew this left, which is just about as blind as the other one earlier in the racetrack. It's going well. We'll see if he heads into the pits. No, he doesn't. Oh, yeah, he thinks he's invincible, isn't he? All teenagers do, I'm sure. Inside into turn 1. Almost side by side with Fur Carlin. Yep, side by side with Fur Carlin. Up in front of Fur Carlin. There they go into turn 2. Bit more of lockouts. Skidding tires. Oh, he's spinning. Nope, he's managed to control it. And no, he hasn't. Yellow flag is out with 3 laps to go. Race is over, surely, and oh dear, those tires are absolutely screwed. Absolutely screwed. That's And Steve Morgan still has quite the gap between himself and Fur Carlin as they race back to the caution, because that's how things worked back in 2003. I wonder if they ever had time to update this game when they changed that rule. Pretty sure they changed it in this season, during the season. But it looks like since the GOAT's out of the running, Chase McDowell is going to ascend into 3rd, Jackson Carter Jr. 4th, Klein Bentner 5th, Julian Dyer 6th, Sakita Honda 7th, Bob and Floba 8th, Brendan Reed 9th. Actually looks like Bob and Floba got in front of Brendan Reed. That puts Eric Monaco into 10th, and where's the GOAT ended up? Near the back of the field. No, well, still top 20. But pit road is closed, so on those really screwed up tires, he's going to have to limp his way over to pit road. The race will probably end under caution as well, so if he does that, then, well, he'll lose even more positions than he already has. Oh, there he goes. Oh, into the sand, spinning around, absolute blow. No, and he's, he's blown all of his tires. Oh, well, one of them's still going. Okay. Oh dear. Oh man. Yeah, he's blown all but one of his tires. This is a sad scene. This is sad. That's him getting transported to pit road. Steve Morgan, I think he's going to win this race. He definitely deserves it. He had a good run. People heading into the pits as the white flag goes. Not sure what this is about. This will definitely change the dynamics of the race. Looks like they were only going in for a splash of fuel. David Weissmuller stayed out. Does that mean David Weissmuller is going to win the race? Well then, Steve Morgan's just blown his lead because... Well, actually, watch David Weissmuller run out of fuel. That'd be funny. Wait, no, backwards. Evan Rudd and Chase Cooper having issues in their pit stalls. That's very awkward. Yeah, Evan Rudd's screwed. Actually, so it looks like David Weissmuller is going to win this race, having done absolutely nothing to merit it other than not pit. But yeah, actually, you know what? artificial stupidity from Steve Morgan, after such a grand battle with the goat and Fur Carlin, gives David Weissmuller the win. Rather interestingly, the goat was fastest in practice qualifying and happy hour, and look where it got him. He went from 0 to 0. David Weissmuller wins today. Steve Morgan and Fur Carlin on the podium, so they still did well. It's you know, it's fine. It's acceptable. Wins not everything. Top 10s are good. Top 5's even better. Jackson Carter Jr. and Chase McDowell round out the top 5. Klein Bentner, Sakata Honda, Bob and Floba, Julia Dyer, and John Speed make up your top 10. Brendan Reed and Eric Monaco getting kicked out of the top 10. I think Matthew Flanagan was also there as well. Well, okay, then Matthew Flanagan, Brendan Reed, and Eric Monaco pushed out of the top 10. Cool. Riley Spurley, Adam McDowell, Derek Hamill, Hidaka, Brian Barker, Clive Winters, and Harrison McGowell's round out the top 20. Bob Smith, Mommy Fatami, Edward Thompson, R.J. Sherry, Ami Fatami, Alfred Foster Jones, Patrick Smith, Alexander Corner, Rupert Weissmuller, Ryan Herman, Zach Mills, Isaac Carter, James Saunders, Roy Fairman, Tony Brown, Constantine Bartleman, and Chase Cooper last of the lead lap finishers. The GOAT came home a lap down, Evan Rudd 2 laps down, and Kyle Mess retired for unknown reasons. Let's go find out what those unknown reasons we're speaking of are. Lap 1. Yeah, lap 1. What happened to him? I don't think anything happened to him. I think, yeah, it was lap 1, so... his hood's screwed up. What happened there? So, heading into, turn whatever, is that 3? I think that's 3. Rear ends, Isaac Carter there, in the KFC car. So that must be the only explanation. But that's a bit odd. He could have just repaired the damage, but instead he chose to retire. Strange stuff this from Kyle Mess. Oh well. David Weissmuller ekes out a win at Mid-Ohio FSE. Yay, next race, Bristol. Racing the way it ought to be. Under the lights. How about that? Well, you know, night races are cool. So, Steve Morgan still leading the points. Sakata Honda's 99 points behind. Riley Spurley 124 points behind. Klein Bender 193 and Fur Carlin 258. 2 Steve Morgan. Brian Barker 6th. Harrison McGowell 7th. Julia Dyer 8th. Bob and Floba 9th. And Hidaka 10th. Let's look at your bottom 10. Evan Rudd, Tony Brown, James Saunders, Zach Mills, Constantine von Bartleman, Alexander Cornish, Ryan Herman, Chase Cooper, Kyle Mess, Eric Monaco, and Roy Fairman. So yeah, Eric Monaco was 40th a long time ago, and he was consistently in 40th, but look how much he's moved up. Really good stuff. The GOAT's 27th. Yay. Let's take a look at some stats. The GOAT has 17 poles. Steve Morgan 2, Sakata Honda and John Speed 1 apiece. Klein Bentner has the most wins with 4. Sakata Honda has 3 wins. Hidaka and the GOAT are 2-time winners. Steve Morgan, Fur Carlin, Julia Dyer, Chase McDowell, R.J. Sherry, Rupert Weissmuller, Jackson Carter Jr., Alexander Cornish, James Saunders, and now David Weissmuller all have 1 win. Steve Morgan, most top 5s with 9. Sakata Honda and Riley Spurley both have 8. Klein Bentner has 6. No, well, these are mostly the same. Steve Morgan with 14 top 10s. Sakata Honda, Riley Spurley with 11. Fur Carlin with 9. Most DNFs. Alexander Cornish, Derek Hale, and Isaac Carter with 5. The GOAT only has 3. Sakata Honda, Klein Bender, Harrison McGowell, Bob and Floba, Chase McDowell, Alfred Foster Jones, Adam McDowell, and Patrick Smith all only have 1. Sakata Honda has actually beaten Patrick Smith for most laps completed, just 4 laps off the total laps. The GOAT's led 142 laps, Klein Bender 57, Sakata Honda 30. Let's see who haven't led any laps. Wow, all these guys. Well, that's sad. David Weissmuller led 1 lap, and it was the one that mattered. Well, actually, it looks like it's the same with Rupert Weissmuller. Guess the Weissmuller brothers have a habit of taking the lead and winning on the last lap. That's very funny. Same with Chase McDowell, apparently. Chase Cooper and Derek Hamill, no such luck. Oh well. It's been Hand and Foot, it's been a time and a half in honor, and I will see you in the next video.